All right, so today we're going to talk about adding in text features. I know that we've already started to add in some text boxes and we've added in details, but there are other kinds of text features that we can add in. So the best to think about adding in text features, you have to think about, okay, where should they go? And I also need to explain them. Okay, you can't just add in text features. You need to make sure that they are explained. Okay, text features are added to strengthen your writing. Okay, they're added in to strengthen your writing. So you have to make sure that you put them in places that make sense. Think carefully about the information that our text features can teach to place them. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, childhood. So I think a good thing that would go for with childhood, maybe we could go right there and we can insert an image. Now remember, mine looks a little bit different than yours, but it's probably just image as well. Okay, so that looks really big. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And this is a picture of tiny little baby Malala. Okay, so then we can put Malala as a child. Okay, and that way I've kind of explained where the picture's from. As a child in Mingora, Pakistan, because that's where she's from. Okay, so there's my picture, and people can keep scrolling. Now, look, there's a text box I have over there too. And now I know that we talk about the Malala Fund over here. So I know that I don't really talk about the Malala Fund, so I know that I need to add in about the Malala Fund. So I'm just going to go, okay, add in more details. Okay, because I don't really have a lot right there, but I do know that I have an infographic for it. So I found this infographic that talks about the Malala Fund, but I definitely know that I need to talk more about it. I can't just add in my infographic. Okay. So with my Malala Fund, I do need to add in more details, but I'm also going to add in, so I'm going to say this infographic talks about how the fund did in the year 2014. You see that year in review right there? Okay. So that's what was going on. Okay, and then when I'm talking about adding more details to the Malala Fund, I do have to do some more research on that. But I also, another thing you can do besides adding in pictures, like this one and describing them, or adding in infographics, is you can add in hyperlinks, which I know I've already seen some people do. So I can say, for more information on the Malala Fund, please go to the website. And what I can do is I can highlight that and I can go insert link. And usually it does just look it up for you. So malala.org, apply. So right there, please go to the website. Okay. So we can add graphics, we can add infographics, we can add hyperlinks. Okay, you can add a glossary, you can add a resource list, you should add your resource list. Okay, box is filled with stats. So I know when we looked up the other day, we can go look one up. See, that's where I found my little picture of her. I'm going to say maybe infographic about children not in school. Oop, there's a ton of them. Education around the world. So I want to find the one that's best for me. Okay, let's look at it and see if this is a good one. Oop. Okay. Looks good. Okay, and this, I don't need that. So this looks like this is going to be able to show how important that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save image, education around the world, Smile Malala. And then I can add that later towards my conclusion. I can even add a whole nother section. Education around the world. Okay, I can even add that in to show my infographic that goes with that. And then I can insert image. I think you guys a lot of the time can just copy and paste those in. Okay, so I'm going to keep this in for an infographic on that. Okay, education around the world. Make it a little bit smaller so it fits. So that's the thing, is sometimes you do need to just kind of adjust so they fit a little bit better. And then you're going to add in those. Remember, make sure that they're in there for a reason. Okay. When you add it in, explain why you've added this in. Okay, I'm explaining that this talks about why I'm adding this in. Make sure you explain why you add them in. And then at the very end, make sure that you remember where you got that. So I know I got this here, and I'm going to give it credit. So all I'm going to do is copy the website, make this a little bit smaller so I can fit this in. And all I'm going to do, oh, too big, make it a little bit smaller again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste that right there so people will know where I got that from so I can give them credit. I can even create a hyperlink to it. Insert link. There you go. Now I have my link so people can click there and see it. All right, let's try to add some text features in.